Hi, it's 1010 the Navigator, and I am reading The Anunnaki Final Warning to Earth and Their Return in 2022, the 5th edition by Maximilian de Lafayette. And we're still on part 3. And this part is still a question and answer section. And the question is, I am not sure who has said aliens can scan our brains and create a new species of babies for their hybrid program. Is it true? Can they do that? And how is it done? Ulema-Oppenheimer and Ulema Govinda commented on mind scanning and duplicating, multiplying brains' potentials. From their Qira'at verbatim, scanning your brain and body to create a new copy of you for a newborn baby. They scan you, mind and body, and place the scan in an Eatra mold to recreate you and duplicate you. They can make as many copies as they want. On the top of the scan mold, there is a transparent cover, kahatar, that looks like fiberglass. As soon as the scan process begins, the kahatar starts to work, meaning it starts to reshape itself into a human form, the physical form of your body in its minuscule details. So what we have here is you imprinted three-dimensionally on a sheet of fiberglass. This is the physical scan. What is more fascinating is the Kaha-Tra Fikr, which means mental scan of your brains, all of your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, memories, and intentions. At the end, they either mix the physical scan with the mental scan to recreate a copy of you, or install your brain into another body, not yours, or attached your body to the brain of another scanned person. Now imagine if they keep on indefinitely duplicating and reduplicating these scans, physically and mentally, how many millions of new hybrid people would be created? More than you can count. In some instances at birth, some of them have already implanted scanned brains into the brain mind of the newborn babies. The baby is 2 hours old, but his or her memory is 50 years old. The newborn's mind is almost virgin and clean like a dry sponge. But with their genetic manipulation, they can feed this virgin mind with the contents of brilliant minds they have scanned for hundreds of years. So what we have here is a super baby, an infant who is more intelligent than all the geniuses on earth combined. Okay, next question and answer section. Is the Ulema-Anunnaki group administered by men or a matriarch woman, as I have heard? Answer, no. The Ulema are not exclusively all men. In fact, the head of the Mahad, or the Center Institute, is Dasturia, a magnificent woman, and her name is quite interesting and revealing. Those who know Turkish, Arabic, Farsi, and some ancient Middle Eastern languages will be able to know what her name means. Well, means mother, and Dastura means the law, or the constitution of the Ulema's assembly. By the way, the assembly is called Majlas. In the eye of Baal Shamrut and Al-Ameliku, the supreme Sinhars of the Anunnaki, even though men and women are equal, women remain far more superior to men. Women are the first and exclusive source of man's life and existence in the known universe. Women are the first cell and the first molecule of the life of all men. The earliest Akkadian, Babylonian, Sumerian tablets tell us that the early women of Earth, the offspring of the Anunnaki and the Igigi, did not need men's sperm to fertilize their eggs and give birth to babies. Women goddesses were self-reproductive and could give birth to babies without having intercourse with a man, but they lost this capability by constantly interbreeding with Earth's men and continuously engaging in sexual acts with Earth's creatures, according to the Akkadian Sumerian tablets at the beginning of time. The second most powerful person in the universe was a woman goddess, creator of the universe and of men. She was called Tiamat, but Tiamat was dethroned and killed by a male god known as Marduk. The male scribes and the kings needed to restore the authority of man over everything. Thus, they created the myth of Marduk and justified the reason for his killing Tiamat. Marduk fighting the dragon, Tiamat. Marduk fighting the dragon Tiamat and putting an end to her major influence on the affairs of the universe, the state, and man. By doing so, Marduk became the absolute and most powerful god of the Anunnaki, the Igigi, and Babylon. Eventually, Marduk will slaughter Tiamat, and from parts of her body, Marduk will create the universe, according to the Akkadian Babylonian tablets. Next question. The relationship between our mind, body, and cellular memory. What is the relationship between our mind, body, and cellular memory? Answer. Do you think you are seeing yourself as a physical reality when you look in the mirror? Think again. Some highly evolved people extend to the outside perimeter of their physical body, said Ulema bin Yahob stated, you too can do this. You can transcend the body boundaries of your body. There are two presences or substances that make you what and who you are. A, you as a person. B, you as a human being. The human being is a physical form of yourself. The person is what constitutes everything about yourself. There are lots of things, matter and mind, about what you are somewhere you are not aware of. Parts of you exist in a tree, in a river, in a thought, in a memory cell, in a beautiful song, in a dream, in another country, and way beyond, in dimensions that most recently were elaborated on, the quantum physics leading thinkers and pioneers. You have to find out everything that is part of you in order to reach extraordinary standards of intelligence and unmatched success at multiple levels. Part of your extraordinary intelligence rotates around cellular memory. Do you know where your cellular memory is? Is it in your physical body or in your psyche? Is it in you, the person, or in you, the human entity? And why is cellular memory so important to be concerned about? It is important because that memory is everything you have experienced and learned from, as well as the stimulus and conditioner of your judgment, analysis, and the understanding of the world you live in. But it is not as perfect because it is not complete. You have to tap into both segments of yourself, the physical body that takes you from your home to your office, and the person that transports you from a limited physical sphere of knowledge to the ultimate and highest zone of awareness that is so close to you, close to your physical body. There you will find the ultimate truth about yourself, how much information and knowledge you have stored within you before you were born, after you were born, and what you are going to be once you are no longer here. You are too important to be confined in 150 pounds, 190 pounds, 200 pounds, 5 feet, or 6 feet 11. You are much bigger and denser than you think. So tap into the missing part of yourself. It is so enjoyable, so remunerating, so profitable, and so powerful. Visit yourself in other dimensions. Rediscover the zone that you are not fully aware of exists. It belongs to you and you alone. Once there, you will reinforce your physical and mental powers and energies. The denser the body of your other person is, the healthier you become. That other person you may call whenever you want or whatever you want, a guardian, an angel, an etheric presence, your double, all are the very same thing. People who have succeeded in blending with the other parts of themselves that extends beyond and outside their physical mass of muscles, feet, hands, and lungs have accomplished extraordinary things. You too can do it. It just requires a certain degree of belief, practice, and determination. Where is this other part of me, you might ask? It is so close to your physical body, and wherever you go, it goes with you. It does not follow you, but accompany you. You have to make a deal with it. You have to reach some sort of agreement with it, an agreement to chat together, to meet somewhere, and go from there. If you don't converse with your own mind, you will never work out or exercise the mental muscles in your brain. And if you do not increase the size and strength of your mental muscles, your intellect will shrink. Note, in the Ulema-Anunnaki Forbidden Book of Ramadosh, Maximilien de Lafayette and German Lumiere provided some techniques that could enable you to do so and reach your other etheric zone. Please refer to this book. And this concludes pages 263 to 272.